Hi there. I'm working on this brown sweater that has a ribbed border that has been hemmed on both folded back and already hemmed. Then the pattern started here and working through my cable pattern. I have a purl through the back loop, knit through the back loop, purl through the back loop, repeat here, and then knit 6 across cable. And so the repeat is from the purl to the last knit stitch on the cable side. So this is the repeat pattern right here. So where I'm at right now is I'm actually on the cabling row, and I wanted to show you how it is that I make my cables. And I don't use a third cable needle to make my cables. I just basically do a crossover with the same needles I'm working in. So this is a little bit more advanced than your regular traditional method of knitting, where you would use a third cable needle or a double pointed needle to make that cable switch on the pattern. So I have a 6-stitch knit repeat right here, and 3 of these will be slipped onto my needle on the right, and then the other 3 will be knitted and then crossed over. And I'm going to show you how to do that here. Let me zoom in here in a little bit. Okay. So to be able to cable this without the third needle, we're going to do some slip stitching. But first, because I want these first 3 stitches here closest to the point of the needle to sit on the back side of the needle, what I'm going to do is actually bring the yarn to the front. And I'm going to slip these 3 stitches as if to purl. Then put my yarn to the back and knit the next 3 stitches. 1, 2, 3. The bar across here is your indicator that these stitches need to go to the back side. And these stitches here that were just knitted will eventually get crossed over to the right side. And how we do that is from the back side, we have the 6 stitches that we worked on. And these were the first 3 stitches that we worked on. And then we're going to insert the needle in the 4th stitch under the 3 stitches that were slipped onto the needle, pull them off, push that needle away, no tension, and make the switch. Pick up the 3 needles that you slipped off and cross them over. And this is how you cable to the right 3 stitches. You finish the repeat by continuing to knit the 3 slip stitches. 1, 2, 3. All right, now I'm going to do my next 3 pattern stitches, which is knit purl 1 through the back loop, knit 1 below, and purl 1 through the back loop. Here we are at another cable, and we're ready to do the same thing that I did earlier. We are going to have the yarn in front, slip 3 stitches purlwise, 2, 3, yarn to the back to create that bar on the right side here, knit 3, 1, 2, 3. To complete the cable, yarn to the from the back side, we're going to pick up the 4th, 5th, and 6th stitch. See if I can get it to the camera right. There we go, right there. Okay. We're going to slide them all out. No tension, no pulling, no tugging. And then insert the needle through the 3 stitches that came off. They get crossed. Finish the cable by knitting 3 slip stitches from the left needle. Okay, I'm going to demonstrate this one more time. And what I'm going to do is get to my next cable. So I'm going to purl through the back loop. Knit 1 below. Yarn in front, purl through the back loop. Okay. Now I'm going to show you how to cable without the needle, with the same method using the, I believe it's called American style or continental style. So basically this is if you are a thrower, meaning if you throw your yarn around to make your stitches, you'll be holding your yarn on the right hand. So here we go. With the yarn in front. Slip 3 stitches, 1, 2, 3, purlwise. Yarn to the back. Knit 3, 1, 2, 3. At this point, I drop my yarn if I am using this method. Pick up the 4th, 5th, and 6th stitch with your left needle. Slide the first 3 off and pick them up again with the needle on the right hand. And that crosses the cable. Excuse me. Then you can go ahead and complete the cable by knitting the remaining 3 stitches. 1, 2, and this is why they call it, if you're a thrower or a picker, because you throw the yarn around the needle, wrap it up, and bring it through. The other way, it's called picking, because you actually go through the stitches to pick the yarn through it. For example, I'm going to use a needle to pick the yarn, even though I'm wrapping it around there. It's the needle that actually does the picking of the yarn, like right here, knit 1 below. The needle is picking the stitch. Yarn in front, knit through the back loop. Purl through the back loop, pull it through, and drop the stitch. All right, I hope this was helpful, in showing you how to do cables without a third cable needle, and that you might get a beautiful cable sweater or scarf for any project. Thanks for watching.